That was an articulate, thoughtful story. Problem is, I just asked you if you wanted a cup of coffee.
Oh, no, definitely not. The caffeine doesn't go well with the alcohol misses.
You. But that's okay. Because I was given a message, I'm not sure if this is right, that you have a script about a young girl that involves alternate dimensions, fantastical creatures, magic, and wicked villains? I mean, where the hell do you come up with these ideas?
I don't know. They just come to me. Yeah. Just happened.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know. As long as I make a profit, I'm in. So, tell me about this, Wizard of Ooze?
Oz. It's Wizard of Oz.
I don't care if it's a Wizard of It at this point. Just tell me the damn story.
We start on a Kansas farm where we meet a little girl named Dorothy, and everything we see is going to be in black and white.
What is wrong with you? This is not 1920s. We can film things in color, man. Color.
Oh, well, it's going to be in color later on when she, gets to the Land of Oz. But right now, we're showing you in black and white to emphasize how plain and dull her life is on the farm.
Okay, she lives on a farm. I'm pretty sure that the audience is going to know just how boring life on a farm is. So what is Dorothy doing? She's like helping out on the farm?
Well, that's what her aunt and uncle want her to do, but she's actually really upset right now because there's a lady from down the street who wants to go and take away her dog.
Why would she possibly be mad at a little girl's dog? Did the dog do something? Or?
Well, the dog's always running in her yard, and today the dog bit her.
What? No wonder she's upset. So the audience is supposed to side with the dog-bitten lady, right?
No, not all. The lady's wicked. She wants the dog to be destroyed.
Well, of course she does. The dog took a chunk out of her.
Yeah, but it's a small, cute dog, and she's like an older, angry lady, so we're supposed to side with the dog.
Okay, so it's still a small little chunk, but whatever. She tells her aunt and uncle, and we get, a scene of them trying to hide the dog?
Oh, no, not at all. They actually aren't even listening to her. See, Dorothy has a tendency to, make up stories and stuff like that, so they just tell her to go and work more on the farm.
This old incubator's gone bad, and we're like to lose a lot of our chicks.
So that's when she starts helping on the farm.
No, actually, she tries to balance on one of the fences, and she falls in the picture.
I'm not afraid of her.
I do.
Oh!
And this is the genius we're supposed to be rooting for in this film? Okay, so what happens when the lady shows up to get the dog?
Oh, they give her the dog.
They just give her the dog. She wasn't destroyed. Why would they do that?
Oh, because she has a note from the sheriff.
That's for the sheriff to decide. Here's his order allowing me to take him.
What is this, high school? She's allowed to take the dog because she has a note from the sheriff? I could just see some country bumpkin sheriff. We're talking like Andy Griffith to the 10,000th degree with his little hat going on. Well, I could run down there and take care of that dog. Probably. Hold on, no, I got a better idea. Here you go, sweetie. You can go and take that note. I don't think that's going to happen. Why wouldn't he just go and do it himself?
Well, I could have the sheriff show up, sure, but then we had to have another actor. We'd have to pay
No. You know, on second thought, we're sticking with the note. I think it'll be just fine. In fact, it's a brilliant idea. Please continue.
Right, so the woman leaves with the dog, Toto, in her basket, but then Toto jumps out of the basket and runs right back to Dorothy.
What, the basket didn't come with a lock?
Well, of course we're not going to lock the dog in the basket. That'd be inhumane.
She's taking the dog to be destroyed. Isn't that a bit more inhumane? Besides, what is the point of the scene if the dog is just going to run back to Dorothy anyway?
Well, because now Dorothy realizes it's only a matter of time before the woman comes back and the dog is taken away. So she comes to the conclusion there's only one thing she can possibly do.
Hide him, talk to the sheriff, send him to obedience training so he doesn't take chunks out of nice old ladies who are trying to tend their garden. Keep him tied on a leash on the farm so he can't get off the property.
No, they're going to run away.
They'll be coming back for you in a minute. We've got to get away. We've got to run away.
That's a stupid idea.
She's a little girl.
And not a very bright one, I'm afraid.
Someplace where there isn't any trouble. Do you suppose there is such a place, Toto?
How does she get to this Ooze place anyway? By running away?
No, it's Oz. No, she doesn't get there by running away, but by running away, she does run into a guy who tells fortunes.
Well, house guests, eh?
Oh, so she finds the wizard.
Actually, he's a con man.
You'd better close your eyes, my child, for a moment in order to be better in tune with the infinite.
But he claims he tells fortunes.
Why do you have a con man in a children's film?
Well, because he's a nice con artist who actually cons her into going back on the farm once he realizes that she's ran away.
And that makes it okay?
Well, it sure does. But now the action really ramps up because there's a tornado heading right for Dorothy's farm. So Dorothy's family and the farm workers all run into the storm cellar.
And in all this running and commotion, they don't notice Dorothy's not there?
Well, they do notice. They're calling out for her, but they can't find her, so they have to go in the cellar without her.
Okay, then where's Dorothy?
Well, she gets there too late. By the time she gets there, she's calling out to them, but they can't hear her inside the storm cellar because of all the wind. So she goes to the only place that she believes is safe.
In a doorway, in a basement, maybe under furniture, hangs onto an exposed steel pipe.
No, why would she hold on to a steel pipe? That doesn't make any sense at all. That'd be insane. No. She goes into her bed.
Why would she think that's safe?
Because she's a little girl.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough, actually. So the storm comes and kills off the lead 3 pages into your script. My God, this is a dark movie.
No. The storm comes and lifts the house off the ground. It spins around inside the tornado, and then later on it lands. Dorothy's fine.
How is she fine? That's impossible.
Not as impossible as she finds when she opens up the door, because now we go into full color and we find her in the magical land of Oz.
So the way you get into Ooze is by traveling via a tornado. I'm getting the impression they don't get a lot of visitors.
What was that?
Well, you actually got there also with a hot air balloon, but we'll get to that later.
Oh yes, please. Save that for later. I'm sure that there isn't anything that's about to happen next that is remotely as strange as the hot air balloon.
Oh, no, not that strange. I mean, she meets the Munchkins at Munchkin Land.
As mayor of the Munchkin City, I welcome you most regally.
She meets Glinda the Good Witch, who rides around in a flying bubble. And then they tell her that she just killed the Wicked Witch of the East.
The new witch has just dropped a house on the Wicked Witch of the East.
The fact that you find nothing in that entire sentence strange says a lot about your current disposition towards life.
Oh, thank you.
That was so not a compliment. Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that killing this Wicked Witch wasn't a good thing, or maybe it was a good thing.
Well, yeah, it was. The Wicked Witch of the East was actually enslaving the Munchkins, so now that she's dead, they're all free, so they welcome Dorothy with open arms.
The Munchkins are happy because you have freed them from the Wicked Witch of the East.
Aw, well that's nice. So she's now going to explore the magical land and have a little adventure?
Well, no, actually, because now she meets the Wicked Witch.
But you just killed her. Remember? Spinning house. She laughs. Good witch. Feet. Dead. No more witch.
And that's all that's left of the Wicked Witch of the East.
That was the Wicked Witch of the East. This is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Oh God, tell me she doesn't have to worry about the North and the South.
Well, no, actually, Glinda's the Witch of the North. She's a good witch.
What about the South?
Yeah, I kind of put both those characters together into one.
What?
Oh, no, nothing. So we just don't mention the South one. That's not important. What is important, the Wicked Witch of the West is there to get the ruby slippers from her sister's corpse.
Slippers.
But when she goes to grab them, they disappear and reappear under Dorothy's feet.
There they are.
So she came not to mourn the loss of her dear sister, not to even seek revenge upon the individual responsible for killing said dead sister, but She came for her damn shoes. For her slippers. There's not a lot of love in the witch's family, I'm guessing.
Well, she is upset, and she does vow to destroy them all for her sister being killed and all that stuff, but, you know, they're wicked. What do you expect?
It must make for awkward family reunions. That's all I'm going to say. I guess I can buy what you're saying, though. Okay, so these slippers, how do they suddenly poof on the little tootsies of Dorothy?
Well, that's because of Glinda. Glinda's magic put it on there, and now the Wicked Witch can't take it because of the magic spell upon him. So the Wicked Witch basically tells her that she's going to kill her and the little dog, too.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too. Ah!
Why the hell would the witch care about the dog?
Well, partly because she resembles the lady from before, and probably because, well, she's evil. But I had this great idea where we could use the same actor from the beginning part for also the part of the Oz, so that we only had to have half the cast. And also, by doing this, we can go and imply that it might all be a dream and not actually real.
A dream, yeah, well, half the cast. Half the cast. You know, and more importantly, we hire half the cast. Otherwise, that's a brilliant idea. I love it. Every once in a while, your dumb whatchamacallit need or desire actually pays off. Or pays me, in this case.
And you were there.
Now that her life has been threatened properly, what does she do next?
Well, she wants to go home, so Glinda tells her that she has to go see the Wizard of Oz in the Emerald City.
Wizard of Oz? Is he good or is he wicked?
Oh, very good, but very mysterious.
So Miss Goody Two-Shoes Witch is going to take Dorothy on a spectacular bubble ride all the way to Emerald City, right? Probably play horrible music on the way. And I'm sure she's got Cheetos underneath the front seat like, you know, all weird witches do. But anyway, that's beside the point. How the hell are we going to pull this off visually?
No. She tells her to get to the Emerald City, she just has to follow the Yellow Brick Road.
All you do is follow the yellow brick road.
Which she just begins to do, until she gets to an intersection where she meets a talking scarecrow.
Of course, people do go both ways.
Am I supposed to be getting a stranger danger vibe here? Because kind of getting a stranger danger vibe here.
No. The scarecrow is very nice. He's kind. In fact, he even tells her that he would be more than happy to tell her which road to take at the intersection, but he can't because he doesn't have a brain.
They come from miles around because I haven't got a brain.
So as often as I suspect people who walk, talk, and stand in front of me in line while talking to the person next to them, indeed do not have any brains, you realize that's not possible, right?
Well, it's also not possible for a scarecrow to walk and talk, but since we have one in this one, I think we can get away with not having a brain either.
Fine, might as well see what else you come up with on this drug-fueled fever dream. What does Dorothy do next?
She convinces the scarecrow that the wizard can give him a brain, and then they start going on the Yellow Brick Road again.
Won't you take me with you?
Why, of course I will.
Hooray! We're off to see a wizard!
Hang out. Okay, has she been pen pals with this wizard in the past?
Not that we're in.
Then how in the flying monkey hell does she know that she'll give this cat a brain? How does she know that he won't eat him or use the straw to line his horses and they may poop up on his brainless person? She doesn't know him. But how does she know which way to go on the road?
Oh, we actually don't bring that up. More importantly, now you're going to find the Tin Woodsman.
Why, it's a man.
I'm confused. Is he working with wood or tin? Because the way you said it, you make it sound like he's a woodsman made out of tin.
That's because he is.
I have a feeling I'm going to need something stronger than just coffee to get through the rest of this.
Well, see, the Tin Woodsman can't move because he rusted in the rain, so Dorothy oils up his joints, and once he's able to move again, he tells him that he has no heart.
The tinsmith forgot to give me a heart.
Sorry to set the theme here.
That's right. Dorothy tells him that the wizard can give him a heart, and he decides to go with them. So they start going the Yellow Brick Road again toward the Emerald City, and now they find themselves in a spooky forest.
I don't like this forest.
You know, I don't need a psychic to tell me that they're going to find another impossible person and or creature, aren't they?
Well, they do find a talking lion, yeah.
Of course they do.
He actually tries to scare them at first, but once Dorothy starts scolding him for trying to be scary, they quickly find he actually has no courage.
Put 'em up! Put 'em up!
I'm pretty sure I can guess what happens next.
Yep, Dorothy convinces him the wizard can give him the courage, and he decides to join them as well.
Why don't you come along with us? We're on our way to see the wizard now. I'm sure he could give you some courage.
Tell me that is all. You're not planning on a talking doll that needs a soul, or singing kitchen utensils, or children that have lost their way in a corn and need that strict adult to help them out. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, but unfortunately the Wicked Witch is not very happy with her progress because they're getting closer and closer to the Emerald City. So she decides that she's going to take the poppy field that's right outside the Emerald City and put a spell on it that anyone who smells the flowers will go into an eternal sleep.
You won't take warning, eh? All the worse for you.
Come to think of it, 40 wigs wouldn't be bad.
Alright, so Dorothy's walking along, and the road goes to the Emerald City, and the poppy field's over here, so she just follows the Emerald Road, right?
No. Actually, the road just stops right there by the poppy field, and then you have to go through the field to get to the city.
What sense does that make? Why would you build a road to go to a city only to stop outside of a poppy field outside of the city?
Oh, because you can see the city from there. You don't need the road anymore.
You obviously don't understand the purpose of roads. Once again, I'm questioning why I hire you for scripts, like I do every time. I assume they fall asleep because magic. How are they going to get out of this one?
Well, actually, all but the Tin Woodsman fall asleep, but then Glinda uses a spell to just snap them out of it.
What was the point of having this whole spell thing in there in the first place?
Because now it shows that Glinda is watching over them.
You know how else you could have shown that? By having her happy bubble writing ass walking right next to Dorothy and all her new friends at the same time. Why isn't she there? Is there an annual Good Witch convention going on and she's got non-refundable tickets for her and her 4 friends?
We don't actually say it. So Dorothy and the rest of them end up at the Emerald City, and they go to the wizard's place and they request to see the wizard.
So the wizard greets them warmly, listens to their request, and takes care of them, right? Seems pretty logical.
No, he actually refuses to see them and tells them to get lost.
But nobody can see the Great Oz. Nobody's ever seen the Great Oz.
What possible reason could he have for doing that?
Because the Wicked Witch just showed up and wrote a sign in the sky that says, "Surrender, Dorothy."
Surrender, Dorothy.
Dorothy? Who's Dorothy? The wizard will explain it.
The wizard.
Then why would Dorothy tell anybody who she is?
Because she's a little girl.
I should have known you were going to use that excuse. You were going to say that.
Well, Dorothy cries, and the guard feels bad, so he lets them in.
Oh, that dude is so far.
Probably, but we don't really show that. Instead, we show that the wizard is a giant floating head.
I am Oz.
And he basically tells them he knows all about them, he knows all what they're looking for, and he will grant their request as long as they give him the broomstick of the Wicked Witch.
Bring me the broomstick of the Witch of the West.
So this all-and-powerful mighty wizard will come help them with their task. I'm not going to go on the suicide mission first.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why is children's movie so dark? Was your childhood really that bad?
I didn't have a bad childhood.
Oh, well, that's not.
I was never a child.
What? Hey, continue.
Well, they go toward the witch's castle, but before they can get there, Dorothy is kidnapped by the witch's flying monkeys.
Wait, by her what now?
Flying monkeys.
Flying.
Monkeys.
Flying monkeys.
Yes.
Like monkeys, but with wings.
Exactly. You got it.
I think pigs just seem too justified for explaining the other batshit insane crazy things in the script.
Oh, pigs wouldn't work. They don't have hands. Couldn't use that at all.
So them not having hands is the only reason why flying pigs wouldn't work?
Yeah, I'm glad we agree on that. So, after Dorothy is kidnapped, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodsman, and the Cowardly Lion decide they have to get in the Witch's castle, so they sneak in by basically dressing up as some of her guards.
I can understand how the Scarecrow keeps getting away with it, and maybe the Tin Woodsman, but the Lion, with the teeth and the tail, you're telling me he's going to dress up like one of the witch's guards convincingly?
Of course.
This Ooze place must have some odd-looking lions.
Well, to be realistic, we'll have to still have, like, the tail in the back and stuff like that, but it's fine. He'll just stay in the back so no one notices it.
Right, because this movie's been so concerned about being realistic up until now.
Exactly. So they find Dorothy, and they try to escape the castle, but of course the Wicked Witch finds out. She sends all her guards after them. It doesn't take long before the guards have them cornered. The Wicked Witch shows up, and she decides to go and punish them by lighting the Scarecrow on fire. Well, Dorothy doesn't want to see her friend die, so there's a bucket of water nearby. She grabs it and throws it at the witch, which does save the Scarecrow. It puts out the fire, but at the same time causes the witch to melt.
Yay! Wait, did you say melt?
Yeah.
See, you're telling me that you want little Timmy and Tammy America to watch a witch who's still very human melt in front of their eyes?
Oh, no, we're not going to show actual melting. She's going to say, I'm melting, as she shrinks and disappears.
I'm melting! Melting! Oh, what a world! What a world!
Oh, and you think that's fine? Ah, just wait. Water? What? Wait, water? What? You said water did this? You're saying water is her weakness.
Yes, exactly.
Then why the heck is there a bucket of water there with her? Look, if my weakness was, say, cinnamon stick, right? I wouldn't have a cinnamon stick anywhere in my castle. You can look behind the furniture and everything. I'm guaranteeing you no cinnamon sticks. And if I was a wicked person, I would take all my little flying monkeys and all my minions but 10, because somebody's got to stay home and guard me from the cinnamon sticks, and they'd go out town to town, and they would find every cinnamon stick in existence, and they would A, destroy them, or B, shove them up the town drunk's ass. But I guarantee you there would be no cinnamon sticks in my land. So why in the blue hell is there a bucket of water in the witch's castle?
Well, it was there for cleaning the floors. You hadn't have water for cleaning the floors. That's how it works.
Okay, if I'm her, I find a different way to clean the damn floors. She's a witch! Use magic!
You're really getting worked up on a really small detail.
Small detail? Because it's not a small detail. If you told me that the Scarecrow walking around with a handgun because you couldn't figure out a better weapon for him, that is a small detail. If you told me that the witch is going to show up to prove that she's been following them instead of just killing them 77 scenes ago, that is a small detail. If you tell me the witch is going to write, surrender Dorothy, but give them no ultimatum, what, surrender Dorothy or get 1,000 pop-pops. Nobody knows what's going to happen. That is a small detail. However, having the one thing that can kill her inside of her own castle, that, my friend, is a large detail.
Did you want me to continue?
Yes. Just maybe we'll see what morbid ending you'll come up with.
Oh, no, it's the morbid. The ending isn't morbid at all. You see, they go back to the wizard, and of course they find out he's a fraud, and he's actually been conning them about everything. But he goes and gives the Scarecrow a diploma. He gives the Tin Woodsman a clock in the shape of a heart, and he gives the Cowardly Lion a Medal of Bravery to show that they already had the qualities that they were looking for all along, and tells Dorothy that he's actually going to take her on his hot air balloon so he can take her home.
In that balloon, my dear Dorothy, you and I will return to the land of E pluribus unum.
So aside from an old man taking a little girl on a hot air balloon, this isn't nearly as morbid as I was expecting. But you still have a fake-ass wizard who's conning people. I mean, wait. If the wizard could go home any time, why is he still in Oz?
Well, the only thing that stopped the witch from attacking the city was for her to believe that the wizard was great and powerful. So he couldn't leave until the witch was dead.
So this wizard was such a good bullshit artist that an actual witch who could use actual magic was fooled by his... That's impressive. I'm thinking he should have kept the medal and the little heart thing for himself, because this is some damn impressive little guy here. So Dorothy rides with him in the balloon back to Kansas and everything's fine.
Oh, no, actually Toto runs off. Dorothy goes to go and grab Toto. By the time she gets the dog back and she comes back, they've already let go of the ropes and he leaves without her.
Oh, Toto, come back! Toto! Oh, don't go without me. I'll be right with you.
Wow. So she's stuck in Oz without her family and her friends. And now no wizard. I suppose her shoes are scuffed up too. Knew this would be a morbid ending. I knew!
No. Glinda shows up in her bubble and she tells Dorothy that she actually had the means to get home all along.
What?
Yeah, all she has to, the ruby slippers are magical, all she has to do is click the heels 3 times and say there's no place like home and she'll be home. Simple as that.
So you're telling me she could have went home anytime?
Well, yeah, if she knew how to.
I got some bad news for you, bub. If that bubble writing didn't tell her until after she almost died 3 different times, the Munchkins could have ate her 3 different times, you're wrong. There are no good witches in Oz. Not even one. Any woman who tricks a young girl into going on a suicide mission for her own benefit. I'm sure she was just real heartbroken over the other witch dying and being melted. I'm sure she, oh God, my life is over. No, that is a wicked, very wicked person.
Well, yeah, but she wears a white dress and she smiles all the time, so you can't be mad.
Are you serious?
So anyway, Dorothy then goes back to Kansas, where she goes and finds that the tornado is over with. Everyone else has survived. She actually recognizes everyone from her dream. She wonders if it was a dream or reality. And we have a nice, happy ending with everyone happy to see that she's still alive. See, not rewarded at all. So, what do you think?
I think you need to find a new drug dealer and a very good psychiatrist, in that order. In the meantime, I think we're going to make this movie. The only thing I'm not certain about is the length.
What do you mean?
We have her on the farm. Poof, there in Oz. Lands on the witch. She meets 3 people. Kills the other witch. Then pretty much goes home. That's not very long.
Well, I guess I could always have more background information on the other characters. We can show some flashbacks, how they got there.
No. That's all good storytelling. What we need is something to pad the time. I got it. Yeah, I kind of want to put a dance number between, like, with her and the Scarecrow, but that'll just get cut out anyway. What we need to do, though, is just make sure that we have a nice young actress to play the lead. Imagine her to be, like, 11 years old, it's just so the audience can buy some of the foolish decisions she makes. So we got to make certain to get an actress as close to that age as possible. That was The Wizard of Oz. I had a hard time picking on this one. It's like one of my favorite movies of all time. And then he wrote the script and I went, holy crap, there's a lot of plot holes in this film.
And yet I had a very easy time writing it because we rewatched it for this anniversary and I was like, wow, I just forgot just how insane it sounds when you start describing the plot line to people. And it's just like, there's just, like you said, so many potholes, so
yeah,
so easy to write this one. So, if you enjoyed the video, hey, let us know. Give us a like. You can comment down below. You can ring the bell. You can do a whole bunch of stuff. If you got suggestions for videos, we'd love to hear it. We might even do them. I can't guarantee nothing. I promise nothing. But it's possible. So just put a comment down below. Let us know what other videos that you'd like to see us do. What other pictures you'd like to see us do.
Stick around to the end of this. You can see some of the goofs and the mistakes and all the errors and issues and stuff that we may or may not have had. Because we're professionals, we don't have goofs and errors. And
yeah, sure we don't.
Should be less than a half hour.
Just keep telling yourself.
Right,
yeah.
right.
So we might keep doing that at the end. We'll see. Or we might start doing other videos that are just going to have them separate. So,
time will tell. The main thing we need is for you to share this video with every single human being you know. We want you to go up to strangers in the street and shove your cell phone right in their face and go, watch this video! After you get bailed out and pass the insanity exam, take it to a new person and say, watch this video! All kidding aside, the only way this channel is going to grow is with your help. We can tell the same people are watching these, and we greatly appreciate it. But we would eventually like to grow beyond 25 views. That would be awesome. So, but we're not going to be able to do that without your help. So if you could share this with everybody you know, social media, all that stuff, just write it on rocks. Write it on rocks and set it outside of Blockbuster. There's no Blockbuster videos. Just pretend the Blockbuster video is still a thing and set it.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So that's about it for this time.
That's it. That's
See
all.
you next time.
Yep.
So she grabs a bucket of water and tosses it on the broom to go and stop the scarecrow from lighting up. That sounds terrible. You gotta do that. From lighting up.
Lighting up.
Lighting up.